Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I just woke up, so we're jumping right into this anyway. Welcome to the Viking Weekend channel. I am your host and mighty chieftain, as always. He's Salty Viking. Again, just woke up. Give me a moment to let the coffee kick in. But anyway, we are going to be continuing on with our clue challenge. I believe this will be game 6. And we will be doing the Venetian Masquerade this time. Alright, so let's choose our characters for this. So we're going to do the Masquerade pieces this time. You have Countess Scarlet with a snake. She thinks she's Britney Spears all of a sudden. Duke Mustard. I guess he's trying to do his best Musketeer impression. Cardinal Green. He's watched too many of the Borgias. I don't know. Prince Azure. I'm assuming the court jester. Empress Orchid. And White and White, and I don't know what it is about twins, but we're going to be the twins in this case. Oh boy. Alright, so let's get the other characters in here. And you, and you, and you, and you. Alright, so we got everybody in, so we're going to get this game started. This is game 6. So here we go. We don't have too many left to do. Buongiorno, buongiorno. Again, I am not a master of languages. I mean, I know some of the basics in there, though. Learning languages is actually something that I plan on doing over the course here. Alright, so as you can see, we have the pistol, we have the ballroom, we have the banquet hall. And Scarlet's going to go first. That means we're going to go second. So that knocks out 2 rooms for us and a weapon. So we still don't know who... Scarlet didn't get a lucky break, so it's our turn. Oh, I didn't get much of one as well. So we're gonna head toward the theater. Good lord, man. Yeah, as much as I was laughing about Scarlet catching a bad break, look what happened to me. It's called karma, I guess. And oh my gosh, Azure as well? This is not going good right now. Okay, someone at least is going to a room, the drawing room. He suggested us with the loot. Okay. Okay, I'm not even gonna... that one twin just looks a little crazy. Alright, 5. Ballroom. Okay, we have the ballroom, so it's not gonna do... What is with everyone thinking it's us? With the loot? Okay, so... That actually... Well, we have the ballroom, so... There we go. Orchid's turn. Four. She's going to the ballroom too. Alright, so we have the ballroom, so that means she either has Orchid or the poison. So, Scarlet gets to actually take her turn now. She gets a 6. She's going to the pier. What is it with everyone thinking? Okay, so that actually knocks down a lot. I don't want to think that we're the ones that committed the murder, but it's starting to look that way. So we're going to have to test green to see what he's got. Alright, it's our turn. And we're starting from the pier. A 12. That is a damn good one. And we can go anywhere we want. I'm gonna go to the theater. And we'll put this theory to the test here. We'll say it's us with the loot. How dare you accuse us? Green has white, so it is not us, thank God. Alright, so he could have the loot, so we'll test that theory on the next one. Again. Cardinal Green's turn. He gets a 7. He's going to the gallery. Again, everyone thinks it's us, even though we've already proven that it's not. Jerks. Alright, so that actually did knock out a few more X's on the game. So let's just roll up in here. Okay. What are you thinking that there's a little bit of foul play before foreplay? What the after foreplay? What the heck? Okay, so Azure says he's got. So we know Green has the white, and so that we know. Yeah, so we know Green has white. And Azure had already stated that he does not have the loot. So that means the only card that he could possibly have is the bedroom. Alright, let's check that off. Alright. So there's that. And I think... Oh, it's Orchid's turn. 8. The gallery. It's gonna be interesting. We can do. What the heck? Why is everyone? Okay. This is another one of those things where, well, you know, this actually kind of helps that they keep thinking that it's us with the loot, but because it actually does narrow down other cards. So, you know, again, white, Mr. Cardinal Green has our card. And Azure has stated that he does not have the loot. So that means he's got the gallery. So we already know 2 of his cards. So that's kind. So as much as I'm belly aching over here about them thinking that we're loot players all of a sudden, it actually does help out. All right. It's what the heck again? So banquet hall. So we have the banquet hall. So this didn't do us any good. I'm sorry. Do you think we El Kabong someone with a turkey leg? Oh, you obviously think we El Kabong someone with that loot there. All right, our turn. Although I am still going to try to see if the loot is the weapon. So 9. Okay. So Azure, Green, and Scarlet could possibly have the drawing room. The pier is up in the air. Banquet hall we have. Ballroom we have. And the theater, everyone but Azure apparently has that one. I'm going to go to the drawing room. There's more X's on that one, so we can continue to thin down the suspect list here. So we're going to pick somebody else. We're going to think that, let's say Mustard with the loot. Mustard has? Okay, so there it is. We proved the loot is the murder weapon. So someone's been watching too much Quick Draw McGraw lately. So Mustard has his own card. And so that means Scarlet is the only one that could possibly have the drawing room now. So let's go circle the loot just to... Yeah, so she is the only one that could possibly have the drawing room. Very interesting indeed. So it's either Azure, Green, Orchid, or Scarlet. Well, and I'll say Scarlet on the next go around, unless someone else can prove otherwise. Mustard with the loot. Okay. So again, we have the banquet hall. Mustard has Mustard, so this doesn't really do any good here. Alright, Green. He's going to the ballroom. We have the ballroom, so it's not that. Mustard. Well. Again, nothing gained here. This doesn't move the ball forward. All right. Mustard's turn. And they're back to thinking it was us. Oh, you think we slipped something in someone's drink there? Okay. So we have the banquet hall, and Green has white, so that means the only card that Scarlet could have is the poison. So let's go do that right now. And we also think that she could have the drawing room because nobody else has it. So very interesting indeed. All right, we got one of three down, so let's see if we can figure out the other two. $11. Bedroom. Well, we know that Azure has the bedroom. Okay. So this didn't really move anything forward because we have the pistol. We already know who has all these three cards. Alright, Scarlet's turn. Britney Spears gets to take a turn now. Ballroom. Well, we have the ballroom, so this isn't going to do anything. She has the poison, and Mustard has Mustard, so... Alright. I guess it's our turn now. Here we go. So now, since we're in the bedroom, we can go back to the drawing room. And that's a good roll to get us back there. Alright, let's go back to the drawing room here. Alright, let's... And the loot. Azure, Green, Mustard. Orchid has Scarlet. Well... Alright, so it's either Orchid, Green, or Azure that committed this heinous crime. Four, he's going to the pier. This might move the goalpost depending on Scarlet with the loot. Okay. So, let's do a little inventory here. We know the murder weapon is the loot. We also know that Orchid has Scarlet's card. So that means there's only one card that Green could have, and that is the Pier. So it is not the Pier. Alright. So we now know 2 of Azure's cards and 2 of Green's cards. So we can determine that third card for each of those 2. It'll definitely help us out in the game here. Whoops. Alright. Whoops, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. Alright, Green's turn. Let's see what he's got. Come on, dude, help us out. Banquet hall. Okay, we have the banquet hall, so... Okay, nothing there. Okay. So yeah, this didn't really do us anything, because Scarlet has the poison. We have the banquet hall. And Orchid has Scarlet's card. Alright, Mustard's turn. Come on, give us something good. Gallery. Okay, we know that Azure has the gallery. Green has white. Yep, and Scarlet has the poison, so that didn't really do us any good here. Alright. They're pretty much just recycling guesses here. Orchid. Arcade. Okay, so here's a room none of us have been in yet. Okay. Alright, so Green has white. So that means she either has the arcade or the parasol. Which would be very interesting, is if she has both of those cards, then that means she doesn't have the drawing room, and that means the drawing room was where this heinous murder has taken place. Alright, so it is now Scarlet's turn. Alright, so Scarlet believes it was Mustard with the parasol. Okay. Let's see here. So, Mustard has Mustard, so he could have showed that card, so that doesn't do us any good. Because we already know he has Mustard. Our turn. Okay. So, I'm gonna put the finger to Azure this time. 6. See here. The theater, Mustard, or can't go back to the drawing room. We know that Azure has the bedroom. Well, let's narrow the list down. I'm gonna go to theater. And I'm going to say it is the court jester Azure. And he did it with the lute. But he's a music lover. Oh. Alright, so it is not Azure. Interesting. So, that means that there's only one of 2 possible suspects here. That it was either Orchid or Cardinal Green that committed this crime. So let us continue on. Azure's turn. 8. Okay. Scarlet with the candelabra. Okay, so now we have the ballroom, and well, okay, hold on. I before I get on a roll here, and here I gotta remember, Orchid has Scarlet, so it doesn't really do us any good here. So and now I'm looking at the scorecard, you know, so we now know 2 of Azure's, 2 of Green's, and 2 of Mustard's cards. We're starting to narrow it down, but I'm still contending that it is the drawing room. I only went to the theater because I didn't have enough spaces to go to the drawing room. So I'm going to try to get back over to the drawing room, but that's going to be require a high roll next turn unless somebody suspects. Oh, hang on. Okay, let's take a look here. So Azure or Green has to have the sword. And same with Green. This is going to be interesting here because Green is a suspect. So it's very possible that Azure and Green don't have Green's card. I might suspect who it is. I believe it is indeed Cardinal Green with the loot in the drawing room. Now, normally you should be able to trust a priest here, but come on. Banquet hall. It was... Okay, well... No, Orchid has our card. So that means the banquet... So, and we have the banquet hall. So that means Scarlet has the parasol. There we go. Alright, so that narrows that down. Okay, so... the plot thickens. We now know 2 cards for 4 players. Now we just... Alright. Sorry, Orchid, but this was not a crime of passion. Orchid, loot, bedroom. Well, he has the bedroom. So, unless his 3rd card is Orchid, but that's wishful thinking. Scarlet's turn. Where am I? I'm in the banquet hall, so I'm going to need a high number to roll. Okay, gallery. Azure has that. Orchid with the loot. Okay, so we know Azure has the gallery. So that didn't really didn't help us at all. Alright, it is our turn now. Come on, give me a high roll to get to the drawing room. I think that'll do it. Yes, it is. Let's head to the drawing room. I got a Leroy Jethro Gibbs gut feeling here. Green with the loot. Oh, she had the drawing room. She had the drawing room, so X here. So that means, so it was indeed Green. Now we just have to determine what the other, so it's either got to be the theater, the arcade, or the veranda. Oh man, that was so close. Alright, so we did determine that it is indeed Cardinal Green who committed this crime, so oh, don't worry, we're gonna get you. Damn. So we gotta get back down there because it's one in that bottom corner there. Orchid. Candelabra. Okay, so she could have either... Well, she could have either one or both of those cards. Alright, you murderer. Scarlet has the parasol. And Azure has the bedroom. So, again, this doesn't move the needle at all. Mustard's turn. Okay, so we got to get down in that bottom corner, and we kind of put ourselves in a bit of a situation here, because we're going to need like a 12 in order to get over there. Now, unless someone does suspect that it is us... Okay, so... Orchid says that she has a card. Okay, so we know Orchid doesn't have the pier, but she does have Scarlet's card. So, this doesn't help us at all. 5. Banquet hall. We have the banquet hall. Orchid. Parasol. Yeah, Scarlet has the parasol, so... Oh boy. I was so convinced that it was the drawing room. I did not think Scarlet had the drawing room, but apparently she did. Alright. Yeah, and Azure has the bedroom. We know Scarlet has the poison, and Orchid has Scarlet. Our turn again. Alright, give us a high number. That's not a high number. I'm just gonna have to waste a turn. Damn it. Actually, I'm gonna say Orchid with the candelabra, because I want to see what everyone else has. No, actually, let me say the sword. Because either green or Azure has the sword, so maybe we can narrow down to find out what the room is. Azure has... Oh, he had the gallery, damn it. So much for my wishful thinking. Azure's turn. 9. Green. The parasol. Oh! So, hold on. Hold on here. Nobody has green. And Scarlet has the parasol. So that means the only card that Orchid could have is the theater. So that narrows... So it's either the arcade or the veranda that... It's either the arcade or the veranda. And we know Scarlet doesn't have either of those cards. So pretty much Orchid, Mustard, Green, or Azure has one of those cards. Green's turn. The veranda. Okay. Green. Parasol. Okay, now. This is interesting. It goes back to Azure and Green. Because he either has the veranda, the arcade, the sword, or the sword as his last card. Green does. Azure is a little more open as to what his final card could be. Alright, Mustard's turn. Yeah, so the next turn, unless somebody suspects us into another room, Orchid with the pistol in the banquet hall. Because we have the banquet hall and the pistol. That means Mustard has Orchid. Oh, no, Orchid has Orchid. Okay, so that eliminates that down. So let's put X's here. And yeah, so the veranda or the arcade, and it always goes back to Green and Azure. What do they have? Alright, come on, Orchid. Give me something to work with here. I want to end this game on this final turn. The ballroom. We have the ballroom. It was us. Pistol. Damn. Goes back to... they moved us over. Now we need a high roll to get over there. Arcade. Okay. Okay. Scarlet. Poison. Hold on. Okay, so. Poison. Scarlet has the poison. And Orchid... Hold on a second. Orchid has Scarlet, and Scarlet has the poison. That means the only card that Mustard could have is the arcade. That means the location is the veranda. So we are going to win this game on the on this turn. Wouldn't it be funny if I got a 12 and I can get over to the veranda? A 7. Doesn't matter. We still win. We still win. Green. Loot. The theater, the theater. So that means the only card that Green could have is the sword. And that means he has the candelabra. And we just filled in the whole scorecard. I have never done that before. Final accusation time. White and White is going to make an accusation. It was the Cardinal. He clearly was not a music lover. And he did this on the veranda balcony. Green, loot, veranda. You solved the crime. How dare you break your oath to God? What, you didn't like his confession or something? Oh, well, how many turns did this take? 8. So yeah, this was definitely a much longer game than I expected it to be. Okay, so with that down, we are now 6 for 6. So in the 7th, so yeah, we defeated Tudor Mansion, defeated Classic, defeated Hollywood Studios, Snowy Peak, Wild West. So our next game, we will be going to Transylvania and finding out who staked Dracula. Alright, guys, thank you for joining me for this game. Look forward to seeing the next episode. So, this is your mighty chieftain, Salty Viking, and as always, live brave and free, fight tooth and nail, and y'all have a glorious Viking weekend. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.